I'm going to teach you guys how addictions happen and how you can save yourself from brain rot. This is why a lot of people brain rot on TikTok. So let's talk about how our dopaminergic receptors in our brain gets fried. This is just the reality. A lot of you guys cannot do the hard work simply because your dopamine receptors in your mind are completely fried. This graph here shows your tonic transmission, and that is your phasic. These are just transmissions that happen in your brain, and they are regarding dopamine. The tonic, which is the blue, is your baseline dopamine level. The green, which is your phasic, only occurs when you're stimulated, as it makes sense, right? So before your addiction, before any of you guys ever tried that, right? Corn, drugs, and music, your brain was relatively normal. They call it the first high. When you do something for the first time, you get such a massive release of dopamine that you say, it feels amazing. Now let's get on to the next slide, because once you start consuming these content, once you start consuming these substances, or watching things, or completely brain rotting, your brain chemistry changes. At this stage, you're addicted. As you guys can see, the graph has changed. The main thing that you guys are noticing here is that the blue, which is your tonic, so your baseline levels of dopamine have changed. Imagine your baseline levels of dopamine were here before, right? Now the bar has been raised simply because you are overly stimulating yourself. So now, as you guys can see, the blue and the green are kind of overlapping each other. And this happens for a reason. When your baseline level increases so much, in order to hit that threshold, you need a bigger stimulus. So what was once a big stimulus? If you guys go back, right? The first time you got high, the first time you watched X-rated content, the first high that you had no longer hits the same because your baseline has now increased. So now, here's where it takes a turn for the worst again. This is typically the final stage of addictions. You can see your baseline levels are here and your baseline has increased. But in order to hit your baseline level, you need harder, darker, more hours on social media and nastier things. And this is just the reality you need to accept. The more you indulge in things, the more your body gets used to it. And the more you get used to that thing, your body needs more, which is why a lot of people unfortunately overdose, which is why a lot of people end up watching disgusting things or nastier things, right? There was even a video I saw on social media one time where a guy was talking about how a guy went from watching straight to that, right? You might be thinking, how the hell does one do that? It's because of this. When something no longer stimulates you, because of the baseline levels being super physiologically high, you need a bigger buzz. So where do we go from here, right? Unfortunately, some of you guys are at this stage. I'm probably going to make a part 2 on this, but it approximately takes 4 weeks to recover your dopaminergic receptors. So take heed.